Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So my name is Jeunesse.
Hi, I'm Alessia.
Meet you. You know what? We actually have met before, but I'm sure you don't remember me because you were at the Junos and you were kind of like getting swept around the room and being super nice to everyone and making sure everyone got a photo.
Oh, well, sweet. Well, it's good to see you again. Well, virtually. Good to virtually see you again.
Right? Yeah, it's nice to see you again too. And congratulations on your 3 Juno wins.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. It was pretty nuts. I still can't believe it. It was so crazy. Wow.
A little bit. Pop song of the year, album of the year, songwriter of the year.
Pretty nuts. I know everyone says it like, oh, I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't, like, at all. Yeah. And I was watching from home because obviously, we didn't get to do the full thing. So it was even cooler to be able to watch from home like I used to, like as a kid, and like
Yeah.
hear my name. It was such a trip. I was like, whoa, weird, but
That
it
would
was
be
amazing.
that would be a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, it actually was nice. It was nice that I got to be at home, and just like watch and like as a fan. And yeah, it's such a trip, especially the songwriter one. I think that's my favorite one, just because I don't know. I just fought so hard to like write all my own stuff. So this was like, it was a cool one for me.
Well, it was worth the fight because your music is fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just dropped a new album, but it's like a re-release, right? This summer,
Yes.
live live off the floor.
Yeah. So we reworked all of the songs that I released for my EP that I put out last year called This Summer. So we did like a whole new rendition of that EP and just made it like, very stripped down, and, added like strings to it and different pieces.
So why did you want to do that?
Well, originally we were gonna do just like an acoustic version of it. My manager, Chris Smith, gave me the idea to do it. He was like, why don't we just like do all of it like live or whatever? Because he's a huge fan of like, doing things acoustic, and he loves my voice, how it sounds, I guess, when it's acoustic. So he's like, why don't you do it? And I was like, that'd be a cool idea. Oh, thank you. But then my friend John Levine was like, why don't we take it just like a step higher, and instead of doing just acoustic, let's make it like totally live, get all these new instruments in. And so it wasn't even my idea, but I really did want to revisit those songs because they are some of my favorite songs I've ever made. And they were really emotional, but sometimes when you add production over stuff, it loses the original sentiment. So I did want to get back to that, and I think this version of it just made the songs a lot more nostalgic and emotional and stuff. So it ended up being really nice.
I felt that as a fan, as a listener, and it was almost like, I've heard these songs before, but I was hearing them brand new again.
Oh, thanks. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that's what we wanted. So I'm glad.
mission accomplished. So
Thank you.
there's also something really unique that you're doing with this album, and that is you are donating some of the money from the album, your net proceeds, to save the children.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to do something. Well, I knew that, before I released the EP, or before I even announced it, I wanted to do something, um, you know, like that was attached to some sort of charity, because, the world is a mess right now. And since I've been home in quarantine, I've been just educating myself on all the things that are going on in the world and all these issues that we didn't even really realize because we were, constantly busy with our everyday lives. And it really opened my eyes. I feel like these last few months have been a blessing on that end, just because we're all aware. And so, I thought the perfect way to help in this time where we all kind of feel helpless is to, help this great organization that helps kids all over the world. I believe it's 117 countries. That's where they have emergency funds across 117 countries for all kinds of kids in vulnerable communities. And I just felt like it'd be a good thing to do, and I hope that it will help people.
I definitely think it will. And you're doing this for 21 years. You signed on to give the proceeds for 21 years. But what made you decide to do that? I love the commitment.
Thank you. I know it's a commitment, right? Well, because I feel like it's not something that's just like a one-time thing. I think people are going to need help, unfortunately, for many years, especially kids. You know, kids are the most vulnerable minds and souls, and we really need to protect them. And I wanted to do 21 years because a kid becomes an adult at 21. So hopefully this can help kids throughout their whole childhood to make them, you know, fully equipped for changing the world and being our future leaders, because they really are the ones who are gonna, you know, hold the torch and lead the way. So I wanted to make sure they were covered as much as possible.
I love that. So how can your fans contribute to that? Like, you're doing this on your part. Now, how can we meet you halfway?
Well, I mean, the first thing, obviously, listening to the EP, even if you don't like my music, just like put it on mute. It'll every stream goes to every stream goes to help children all over the world. So it's a great cause, even just streaming on YouTube, but also, I mean, just researching and doing your part, even if it's not donating. If you don't have the means to donate, just speak about it. You know, there are so many things going on. The war and the famine in Yemen, the indigenous communities in Canada being mistreated every single day, Black communities, research Black Lives Matter, research what it's about and Black history, and all these things that we've been just like that have been hidden from us almost because nobody likes to talk about it. It's like people are ashamed of it. But I think sitting in our discomfort about those things are the only ways that we can improve, you know? So just educating and correcting ourselves even where we might be wrong, because sometimes it's not enough to just not engage. You know, you have to engage in the right things. So that's what I'd say. But we all helped differently, I guess. Yeah.
I think that like your fans or just people listening in general, hearing you talk about things or even me talking about things that are hard topics, it makes it easier for them to kind of feel like they can. And
Yeah.
also knowing that it's as simple as listening to their favorite artist and her new release and they're helping, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I know that you really care in that way, but I feel like you also have like a really personal touch with your fans. This is something I've noticed about you since I've started paying attention to your career. You are very, very active with your fans on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's important to you?
Um, I mean, I just love talking to them. I think they're hilarious. They make me laugh all the time. They're always making fun of me, but it's obviously done with love. So I don't know. I love talking to them on there, even though every time I do, they're still like, it's not enough. Like you disappear, you're always gone. But I feel like they are the people who have given me this life, you know, and I just feel like weird or empty without talking to them over a long period of time. It just feels wrong, you know? So, especially when I'm releasing music, I want them to know that I care and that I'm looking at what they say and I'm reading it. I really do read everything, and they really mean a lot to me. So, and I genuinely just enjoy it. They're great. So I try to do that as much as possible because they are the reason that I'm here.
Now, you say that they make fun of you. I saw a comment actually today. It's not making fun of you, but kind of like joking around. I saw you have a new dog, Cleo.
Yes, I do.
Like, I don't know
She's the
what type of dog that is, but it's my dream dog. It's so cute.
She is the cutest. I wish I could. She's sleeping now, thank goodness, because she was driving me crazy. But she's half Cocker Spaniel, half Poodle. So she's not gonna stay that little. She's gonna be like a chunky little fluffer, but I love her so much. And yeah, they made fan accounts for her
Yeah,
already. They're like they like don't care about me anymore. It's the
yeah,
funniest thing.
all Cleo.
It's all
And
her.
I want to tell you that, you know, in this job that I've had and other jobs where we play your music, I get a lot of kids calling and asking for your songs. And I always ask why. I always want to know when somebody requests any song, I want to know why. Why do they want to hear it?
Hmm.
And I find that kids, they always say to me when it's one of your songs, I like what she says, I like her message, and it makes me feel good about myself.
Aw.
Like
Are you
that's,
serious?
I'm so serious. And you know what? I
That is so
record all the
cute.
calls. I wish I could just like play them all for you right now, but like, yeah,
That
it's
is the
super
sweetest thing
adorable.
ever. Oh, especially that it's kids. That's so
I
great.
know.
That's really what I try to do all the time, and that really means a lot. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you think that kids like don't even really know, but you see how malleable they are. Like they really do understand, and that's why it's important to, say things to them that are valuable.
Well, and then on that topic, then I read a story about you, how you went to NBC Studios when you were in drama class, and you visited
Mhm.
Jimmy Fallon's, stage setup, and you pretended you were doing his monologue and said to yourself, I am going to be back here. And then you were.
Mhm.
Like, you were
And I
exactly in
was.
that spot. So
Mhm.
what can you say to the people who are listening, because clearly they are, um, whatever they're doing, whether that's singing, wanting to be on the radio, wanting to be a doctor, whatever, um, that may give them that moment of, I can do this?
Well, I think for me, who's someone who like I'm someone who's not the most confident person all the time. And so I while I believe that manifestation is important, I also believe that you have to, like, even if you don't believe it, just say it anyways. And you honestly at first just have to fake it until you really believe it and until it happens. And so for me with like doing music, I'm from like Brampton, Ontario. No one even knows where that is outside of Brampton. And I was in school. I wasn't anything. I wasn't popular. I was so far removed from the world that I wanted to be in with music. But I always just pretended as if it was already happening to me. Even if I didn't believe it. I obviously didn't think I was going to be on Jimmy Fallon. I just said it. And things really do come back to you if you put them out. And so I would say just, yes, believe in yourself, but even if you don't, it's okay if you don't. Just pretend. Just keep going. Don't get down on yourself, and don't say it out loud, because it really does come back to you. And I always find that the way that you talk to yourself is really important. And the thing that I like to do is just, which I still am not the greatest at, but I like to say, well, how would I talk to somebody I love? And how wouldn't I talk to somebody I love? And then do that with yourself. So if you wouldn't say something to someone you love, you probably shouldn't say it to yourself, because it really does manifest inside you and in the world, and it doesn't really bring the greatest things. So just fake it till you make it. Believe in yourself, and even if you don't, just say you do and just keep going, because you really could be that one in a million. And sometimes your dream isn't even like a one in a million thing. Sometimes it is attainable. You just don't feel like you have it, but you do. It's in you. You just have to like let it out.
So fake it till you make it. I say that all the time. So you saying it is almost like a confirmation, like, yeah, that's it. You just have to fake it till you make it.
It's very true.
Well, that's incredible advice. And I just want to say thank you for your time today. Congratulations on all your success. I hope you the absolute best going
Thank you.
forward. And my mom would probably kill me if I got off this call without saying that she loves your music since day one and she wants to say hi.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Terry.
Terry. Hey, Terry. Thank you so much. She's the
So
best.
cute.
That's so awesome.
Bye. Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you. It was good to see you again virtually. I hope I
Yes,
get to see you in person soon when this is all over.
absolutely. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye. Thanks.